Well then, that's good to know. What am I doing? There we go. Yes, I did. And little did I realize just how little I wanted to know the answer to that. Alright. Well, I'm gonna get this potion farming path done and then jump into Arena. Get those 6 stars on cooldown. Yeah. How's your day going? Or evening, I suppose. So I woke up about 4 hours ago, and I haven't done anything really. Just did some dishes, and I was thinking of taking a nap, and then I noticed that Mr. Laker's Bodyguard isn't going to be streaming today, so I figured, well, I got to do the arena at some point. May as well do it now and get it over with. And so here I am. Yeah, I can't complain. Doing alright. So I think you were there yesterday when I was muddling my way through the Herald difficulty with Arcus, and he was kicking my ass with Doom. So I ended up going, after the stream I went back in, and I started using Sim Supreme for him. He makes him so much easier, holy smokes. And I ended up using, let's see here, Nick, with DPX for the healing up front. But I also added Iron Man Infinity War to the team for this synergy here. Because I was finding that overall Symbiote Supreme is working well damage-wise and nullifying the buffs, etc. But what was happening was every now and then I was getting caught with cold snap damage or frostbite, whatever the hell it is. The icicle-looking thing. Anyway, so with this synergy, you can become immune to it for 10 seconds, which isn't a huge amount, but it's enough that if you get debuffed with it, it gives you enough time to kind of back off and recover. So I think that ended up being beneficial a couple times. So yeah. Oh, I'm not going to rerun this for potion farming. I'm going to do a couple runs at the Road to the Labyrinth Ultron for that solo objective. I wasn't going to do... Ooh, there's another. Excellent. I wasn't initially going to do that Ultron fight because it's just incursion artifacts, which I'm not too fussed about. But then I was like, well, I have extra energy, why not? So, yeah. So you doing Arena currently? Melvin was supposed to be uploading a video to YouTube. But I don't know if he did or not. He never sent it over, or sent the link over. So let me see how many more time. Okay, so I need to defeat Ultron 6 times out of 3 days. I'll do a couple now, and then get into the arena. Also trying to fight with 6-star mutant champions just to get points in that solo event. I don't think the Halls of Glory or the Halls of Fortune are worth the energy use, really. I mean, I get it if you need ISO and gold. Yeah, but man, that's rough. Even the Halls of Healing, when I did that yesterday, that was barely worth it. I think I ended up with like, did they remove the energy use altogether? Yeah, because people were definitely complaining about that. Let's see. Oh shit. Okay, well that'd be actually a good way for me to get the, I wonder if they're going to compensate people for the first time then. That'd be interesting. That will be... Okay, so 6 hours for the mutant combat stuff, so let's get started with the 6 stars. Get that nonsense on the go. Ooh, and I also need to finish that 4-star Shard Arena. Still have 3 days for that, though. So whenever there's a new character, for the 3-star arena, I go to get them from there. Now you put up between 1.3 and 1.5 million. Usually 1.5 for the last, it's been a while. I've been consistently doing 1.5. I used to do just 1.3, and then I missed, I think, twice. And so after that, I just started doing 1.5. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Did you get to sleep yesterday at all? You know what? I was on the forums earlier, just like nothing in particular, just for the hell of it, and I didn't notice anything in regards to the energy use for Halls of Glory. And I'm sure people are going to ask for compensation for the first iteration of it, which I mean, I don't know how many people ended up doing what I did once I realized what you got for it and what you needed to use to do it. I just didn't bother, in which case obviously I can't ask for anything back. Yeah, when I was pretending to be healthy, going to the gym, it was actually really good for being on a schedule. I was very consistent, like when I went to bed and when I woke up. But I was also eating properly then too, so which that makes a difference as well. And it was like pretty consistent time as well. Like currently, I guess I'm somewhat consistent. Currently, like I'll eat when I get up. I don't have a specific lunch, and not really a specific dinner either. More so just something in the evening. But yeah, when I was doing the gym hardcore, I'd have like a set breakfast. Not much, like milk, a boiled egg, maybe an orange, an apple, cereal, and that was about it. And then lunch, actually lunch would be the biggest meal of the day, really. But what I would do on the weekends, I would cook a bunch of stuff and then refrigerate it, and then eat that for lunch throughout the week. And then in the evenings, it was more like just a snack. Oh, come on, dude. Stop this nonsense. Stop this nonsense. Ooh, that was my pretend impression of a Sean Connery voiceover. Yeah, I've met people that only eat once a day. Like eat at all, or like eat anything substantial once a day? Like would you snack throughout the day? Like have some nuts or a fruit or something like that? The one guy that I knew that I worked with for a while, he only like ate lunch. He didn't have breakfast, he didn't have a dinner. I think he would snack during the day, but like as a substantial meal. It was just noon time. Okay. So I used to do like green tea. I put about a teaspoon of sugar in with the green tea, or some honey, just to kind of add some kind of zest to it. It wasn't that zesty. But I found that was good. And then there was some kind of energy tea that I used to have. I would have about an hour, hour and a half before going to the gym. And I would just find it would perk me up for the gym. So at least the first half hour at the gym, I'd be really energetic and stuff. And then after, you warm up and you start your light weights and stuff, then I would start feeling fatigued, but definitely for the first little while. Because sometimes, like at the end of the workday, you just don't feel like doing anything. But I find with the energy tea thing that helped that quite a bit. And then I moved and became lazy and do nothing but sit on my ass and play, either sit on my ass and play this mobile game, or StarCraft, which someone hasn't shown up for, or lay on my back and play this mobile game or watch TV shows. Speaking of TV shows, have you seen the show Lucifer or Umbrella Academy? I think I've discussed before, for the way I do Arena, I start off for the 5-star feature. I start off with my lowest 5 stars until about 250. I think it's 250 or 350. And then once I hit that, then I go to 6 stars. And once I start with the 6 stars, I don't use anything but 6 stars. And then I end up doing, so like today I'll do two rounds of 6 stars. Tomorrow I'll do 2 rounds of 6 stars. And then Saturday I'll just do 1 round of 6 stars in the morning. And I end up at about 15.5 million. So I used to use 4 stars to start off the 5-star feature arena. I mean, there's no reason I couldn't. And I don't think I'm actually getting that many more points with the low 5 stars at the beginning multipliers. But I'm not going to use these lowest 5 stars for anything else. So I figure I may as well put them to use somewhere. Yeah, I quite like Lucifer actually. It started off on like regular broadcast TV, and I think it went 2 seasons, and then it was canceled, and then Netflix, either 2 or 3, and then it was and then Netflix, then it was canceled. Then Netflix picked it up, and they've had it for season 3, 4, and now I believe this 5th season is going to be the last. Yeah, I didn't realize that Umbrella Academy Season 2 was already out. Been out since the end of July. I think it actually was in chat yesterday where somebody was talking about it. And then or 2 days ago, and then I looked it up and downloaded it. So once I get done with Lucifer, I'll get into Season 2 of the Umbrella Academy. Yeah, I quite liked it. I quite liked Lucifer. I don't really know why. Like, it's not really something I would normally watch. I mean, it's the kind of the same police drama type show, other than the devil is assisting the main character. Well, I guess he might be probably the main character, but the main character on the show. Because it kind of revolves around her, even though Lucifer is the protagonist and who we see show from his viewpoint. So what do we have? Yeah. So one arena is $350 and one's $250. I think it's the 5-star that's the 5-star feature that's $350, and then the 4-star feature I think is $250. You know, I've watched Doom Patrol, and it's not so. Like, I'll watch anything, especially when I'm doing Arena on the couch, just, you know, something to pass the time kind of thing. But for me, if a show is really good, I find that I'll watch one episode after the other. Lucifer, I could. I don't, simply so that it lasts longer. Doom Patrol, I really don't have the desire to watch more than one at a time. Like, I'll watch one while I'm doing Arena, and then I'll just like take a break from it, and then watch one the next day. Like, I don't have a desire to watch more than one episode in a day. Whereas Lucifer, I could watch a few. There was I think it's only one season. It's called Messiah. Yeah, I think it's called Messiah, and it's kind of the idea of the reincarnation of Jesus returning to Earth or whatever. That was one where I was finding I was watching one episode after the other. Like, after the current episode I watched, I'm like, I need to see what's going to happen next. I really like that one, actually. Unfortunately, I don't know when that one's going to be back, but I'm pretty sure there'll be a season 2 of it. Oh, come on, man. Bruh. Are you much of a sports or basketball in particular fan? So I'm skipping over a couple of these 5 stars because I use them for synergy teams for my higher ranked champs. And I think for the most part it's kind of a waste of time picking champs for synergy teams. I think you should just pick whoever's available, but, well, I don't think that because that's not what I do, but it makes more sense to do that probably. But I've just got the habit now of going with the synergy teams. And for the most part, because I've been doing it for so long, I'm pretty quick to pick the teams. Yeah, I don't really watch any sports, but it looks like it. So, NBA, the games that were supposed to be played last night, the teams boycotted, so they didn't play. And it's looking like they may end up just canceling the playoffs altogether, which I think will be very interesting, actually, because or they're saying it's due to this latest shooting in the U.S. So like it's due to social issues, which I guess that's what they say. So you gotta take them at face value, but I don't know, man. I think part of it might be that their ratings are, I think they're like the lowest ever TV ratings. Players probably don't like the bubble that they have to be in. So I think that may all have something to play into it too. Man, for the last little while, at least in the States, like how all the, NFL, NBA, all these sports organizations are taking social warrior kind of stance on things. I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I think, you know, they're the sport they play is their profession. They're still human beings. They see what's going on around them, so on and so forth. So be it. But just the backlash over Colin Kaepernick when all he did was kneel, right? Like, he wasn't speaking out. He wasn't making a scene at the games. He simply knelt. And he basically had no career for years because of that. And now it seems like it's a popular thing to call out injustice, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, but I'm talking about like during the game itself, right? Like, he wasn't at the game refusing to play or making statements to the media like during the game. Like, he spoke out about why he was doing what he was doing, but not during game time. So, like the boycott of the NBA, they're doing more during game time than what Kaepernick was doing. How's it going, CJ? You working on some arena? Oh, I did the 2 most recent boss rushes yesterday on the epic difficulty. So the one from last week I found very easy. It was not a problem at all. I don't even know who I used. But the one that opened yesterday, that was kicking my ass. Holy crap. I got up to Mojo I'm doing alright, I can't complain. Got up to Mojo 2 or 3 times, and then the D-Gen was just kicking my ass. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So then I finally, of course, read his ability after it wasn't working, and then realized that the D-Gen was coming up just whenever I got buffs on myself. So then I'm like, okay, well, I'll go in with Gladiator Hulk. So I went in with Gladiator Hulk and Captain Infinity War. Because the 2 of them together have a synergy where your opponents do less damage to you. You take less damage from your opponents. So I got face me from the passive D-Gen, and then the damage Mojo was doing in general wasn't very much. So that made that much easier to get through, and then Namor took care of Terrax quite easily. Yeah, I don't watch sports, CJ, so my commentary regarding Kaepernick is just a little that I saw on the news. That being said, I don't watch it in as far as the sporting part of it or athletic part of it. I really have no comment. The one thing I thought was interesting with him, though, was that it's upheld so much, you know, freedom of speech, expression, and stuff. And that's what he was doing. He was expressing himself peacefully and I think quietly, but he was criticized for it. But I guess maybe that's part of the thing, right? Like, if you're gonna stand up for something or whatever, it's not necessarily you're gonna only stand up for the popular opinion. You've got to stand up for what you believe in, regardless. 4-star. Was Kaepernick a good player? Like, was he skilled, or was he kind of just a mediocre player who became known because of his protesting? Or would people have talked about him because they'd be like, "Damn, did you see the play that he made?" Blah blah, that kind of thing. Okay. So do you think he started off because he was unhappy with not necessarily the social situation that was happening, but more unhappy with how he was being treated as a player, and then it turned in, or people interpreted it as something else, and then that's what it became? Oh dear. No, I can't lose a 6-star this soon. Oh, I guess I'm really replacing Lakers, aren't I? Not only time frame, but yeah, other aspects as well. Okay. So when he wasn't signed by any team, do you think that was because like his age or lack of skill or whatever it was? Or do you think it was simply because he was a controversial figure? Do you watch basketball, CJ? I think the only sport I would actually sit down and watch on my own would be NHL during play, like probably the last series of the playoffs. Um, Mainly like basketball. I don't really understand basketball, like the rules behind it. Baseball, I get the rules. I don't find it very entertaining. And football, I didn't actually understand for a long time, and I still don't anymore. But I had some friends who were really into it, and one of the people explained it to me. And then after that, I could see the strategy behind it, and yeah, I get the appeal, but it's not something I would sit and watch on my own. Like, I mean, if I'm in a group and that's what people are doing, then so be it. I wouldn't obviously be able to really make any commentary on what's going on. Whereas hockey, I could, because like I said, I understand it, I played it, so to be able to say, oh, that was a bad player, why didn't they do it, blah, blah, that kind of stuff, yeah, I could do that in hockey, but not other sports. One I'd like to get into is soccer, actually. Like, I mean, a lot of it is slow, just a back and forth kind of thing. But when it gets going, it's quite interesting. I mean, I know it's the most popular sport in the world. But yeah. Because so being in Canada, for the most part, Canadians are pretty gung-ho about hockey. And I'll meet some Americans, a few Europeans, but like if you're looking at people in the Southern Hemisphere, they're not going to be familiar with it. Whereas soccer, I don't think there's really anywhere you go and you're not going to have people get into a argument over, who's the best soccer player or best team and stuff like that. So. How you doing, Ian? Yeah, Melvin's being kind of shy today. I know he's there. He doesn't want to say anything because he knows I'm going to ask him about the video he said he was going to post. Oh dear. So I just got a notification that I got a new subscriber on YouTube. So whoever that was, thank you. I know that it can be set up so that shows up in the stream, like, as somebody subscribes. I appreciate people subscribing and stuff. My thing is, if somebody's subscribed or watching or whatever, I hope that they're interacting in the chat, whether it be with me or other people. But do you guys think it's valid? Like, would you want to see as people subscribe, like how most streamers have, where it pops up that XYZ subscribed? Like, I don't need to know. If I see somebody regularly in chat and they're here and they're a subscriber, great. But as long as you're participating and stuff, that's what I'd like to see. But if as viewers of the channel, if you want to see when new people subscribe, I can figure out how to add that. What's going on, Mr. Putrid? If you feel like raging, you can get on voice chat, because that might be more entertaining than me going on about a bunch of nonsense. Oh dear. If any of you that are in here watching are familiar with Putrid, then you're probably already subscribed. If not, you could go check out his channel. It was quite entertaining last night. Give me a second, I'll post the link to his channel in chat. Although I don't think that the reaction from last night is necessarily typical of him. But yeah, if you go and watch his most recent stream, it'll at the very least put a smile on your face. And Putrid, I'm not laughing at you, man. I'm laughing with you. You might just not be laughing currently, but we're laughing together. You been at work for a while this morning, Putrid, or are you just getting started? Yeah, if you're going to do something, do it properly. Absolutely. Holy crap, I'm already at it. See, this is why I like, at the very least, having something in the background when I'm doing Arena. And now more so if I'm the one talking and people are like, what is this idiot speaking about? But man, Arena goes so quick. Holy smokes. Like the last I was talking about Arena before I got into the sport thing, which obviously I don't know what I'm talking about. I was talking about being at 250 or 350 in Arena. And now I'm at 1 million, so yeah. Hey, Ann, am I saying your name correctly? Is it like this? Or is it pronounced differently? Okay. Very good, very good. I wonder how much time I would say. I should actually try that sometime and just go with, like, just take the first champions I see and not bother with synergy teams. I wonder if I'd save much time. So are there certain areas, Putrid, that you just know, like certain calling areas are not as likely to be successful for selling? You know, I don't mind Green Goblin in specials. I just don't like how he plays around like with this nonsense. Europa. Oh, how many continents are there? Just whatever your number is, just put in chat. Okay. Anyone else? For how many continents there are? Okay. So there's 5 people, there's 3 of us. Okay, so there's 2 lurkers. Okay, so for me, I'd say there's 7. And yeah, I would have like, okay, but 7, end of story, done. And a couple years ago, my roommate and I were at a movie, and I don't remember why it came up. Anyways, I think he said 6 continents or whatever, and I'm like, what are you talking about? There's 7. And he's like, oh no, there's 6. So it's whatever. We ended up going watching the movie thing. Then I came home and I looked it up. And basically, depending on where you live in the world, it dictates how many continents you would say. So like for me, let me get this last guy. So for me, I'd say there's North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Antarctica, and Australia. So the reason he had 6 was that he would consider, how goes it, Billy D? He would consider America as one continent, like North and South America being one. So I think for you guys saying 5, I think, right, and that's the thing. So Australia is also by some considered an island, and by others a continent. So that's why you would be at 6. And then also if you consider the Americas as 1, and that's where you would get your 5. There's also another one where it's like Eurasia, Europe and Asia is one continent. And so what it also comes down to is whether you're going by tectonic plates or by land masses. And when I was looking that up, because of the disagreement my roommate and I had, I had realized it before, like your reality is your perception, right? Or your perception is your reality. And that's basically what that was. And I mean, in our case, it's what he had learned in school as opposed to what I had learned in school. And it just made me think, there's times when people are getting into arguments about who's right or who's wrong about something, when in reality, if this is what you have known, like, you can't just automatically, oh, okay, I was wrong, or I was taught wrong, right? Like that, it doesn't change like that. So yeah, I thought that was quite interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I could see home insurance being, wait, would home warranty be similar to home insurance, Putrid? So Oceania being like Australia and New Zealand, you mean, Billy? Melvin, here you are. Here you are. So, I had sent you a message in Discord, Melvin. I didn't see a response to it. Oh, I don't want to take an L3 to... Oh, dear. No. Oh, crap. Okay, fine. Yeah, I don't think I'll survive. Oh, wait. No. Well, this is interesting. Nope. Okay, it's not that interesting. Yeah, I should have just quit out actually. Oh, okay, okay. So would people look then at home warranty as being something that's not necessarily going to be required, whereas most likely you're going to at some point make an insurance claim? So is that why they'd be reluctant to buy that? So I see some of you in chat typing about what a continent is and what is and what isn't. And that's my point exactly. Is like that's your understanding of it, and yet others have a different understanding. And it's not something that's going to just change because somebody on YouTube says, "Hey, no, this is that or this is thing," right? So you remember the time you came in here, Melvin, on a different account? So your current comments, my response to the alternate account, it's the same sentiment from me. I know it's a joke, but where in India are you, Ayan? Holy crap, why is this guy taking so long? We're both at the same rating, basically. There we go. What are you going to check out, Melvin? It was your video. I don't know what you were supposed to post, Melvin. You told me you were going to post a video. I had no idea what the video was about. I guess it could be a debate. I look at it as more as a discussion. I don't think there's too many things that I'm like... too committed to, right? Like I'll have my opinions or thoughts on things, but if somebody, okay, yeah, so I'll have my opinions or thoughts on somebody, and somebody can disagree, and I'll stick to what I believe. But if they come with something that is logical and makes sense to me and is more valid than what I think, then I can accept their point of view. That being said, I've only been wrong twice in 3 years, so it's not often that my point of view has changed. No, actually, in all honesty though, when I hear things from somebody else's perspective, and if I'm able to like visualize it from their point of view, more often than not, I'll accept their way of looking at things. So I haven't been to India, Ayan. I've been to Nepal and Sri Lanka, so to the north and south, but not to the main country in that area. Oh, so you know what SARC countries are, Ayan? Oh Lord. Or SAR, S-A, I think it's S-A-R-C or S-A-A-R-C, something like that. Yeah. So like they're basically countries in your area. It would be kind of similar to saying like North America and the Caribbean, countries within a certain geographical location. Anyway, so some of the countries have tourist pricing for things, for like national park entries and stuff like that. So they'll have entries for like people from SARC countries and people not. So I'm brown and I look like I'm from everywhere. So I could pass as being somebody from Mexico or somebody from India or somebody from northern China or whatever. Anyway, so I was in Nepal and was going to, I don't remember the place, but it was like a heritage site. And at the entrance, it has like the listing of the prices for entry. And I had no idea what SARC or SAR countries were. So I'm just looking, I saw, okay, $10, so fine, I'm gonna pay $10. And I was with a friend, we go to pay. And the person taking payment and giving out the tickets, yeah, I quite liked it actually. I quite liked Nepal. I really like Sri Lanka too. Yeah, but Google is based in the US, so they're going to go by the definition used in the US GRIM. If it's from a European agency, it's probably going to say the 5, or if it's from a South American agency, it's probably going to say 6. So yeah. So anyway, so the person asked where I'm from, and I thought they were just being inquisitive and like making conversation. I'm like, oh, I'm from Canada, and they're like, oh, okay, and then they charged the person I was with and myself. So good. So then, after we enter, I was like, what are SAR countries? And the girl I was with, she's like, oh, I think it's the countries in the area. And I was like, oh, okay. So I went back to that park later on, like a week later or something. And the attendant again asked, where are you from? And I think, what did I say? I said somewhere in India. And then they charged me like $4 for entry. And then the friend I was with this time, the regular 10, because it was like somebody from North America, and they said, I'm from the US or whatever. So after that, everywhere I went in Nepal, when they would ask, I'd be like, oh, I'm from India or from Bangladesh or whatever. And then I would just pay less for entry. Oh dear. Yeah, I'd like to go to India though at some point. I think it'd be interesting. There's a lot of places to go though. And I think it's like, well, you would know more than me obviously, but like a very diverse country. See, I don't really, like, I see Canada diverse, not so much people-wise, but more geographically. Like central Canada is very different than coastal Canada, northern Canada, obviously, like that kind of thing, right? But for the most part, the people in Canada are the same, right? Like you got immigrants all over Canada, you've got Indigenous Native people all over Canada, that kind of thing, right? You've got multi-generational people all over Canada. Whereas other countries, like the people in different areas of the country are very different, both in culture and appearance and that kind of thing. And I don't, yeah, not so much in Canada. Granted, northern Canada with the Inuit, appearance-wise, like they're shorter than southern Aboriginal people. So how's your day going, Billy D? Billy D. Hey, Ann, have you been to Nepal or Sri Lanka? What kind of legend is he trying to become? Oh, and I didn't see. Did you guys respond when I was asking whether or not you'd like to see when new people subscribe? Okay. Did you go trekking in Nepal, or were you just there to like take in the sights and the sounds? How did you find it compared to Mr. Pranaz? How goes it? How did you find it compared to India? What did you have to eat, Billy? Wait, no, don't tell me, because then I'm going to want to eat. No, I want to know. What did you have to eat, Billy? Yeah. Well, you know what? Cable's kind of neat. I won't say he's good, but he is kind of neat. And he's good for synergies with Mr. Sinister. Although I think Mr. Sinister is actually pretty cool. This Path 2. Alright, let me finish this. I'm going to go for a pee-pee, and then we'll have a look at the Abyss map, and we can think. For the most part, I think it's the main team, like who you would have used for Path 1. I don't think there's any significant changes. Yeah, let me finish these 2 arena matches. Take my quick break and come back. That sounds good, Billy. Did you cook? Dr. Doom or Dr. Voodoo, AM? Oi. Oh, Yondu used to be so hard for me to fight if I didn't have sound on. Okay. Are you a good cook? Alright, I'll be right back. Un momento. Yeah, I left Melbourne, but yet you're still here. Alright. So who was asking about path to Mr. Panaz? So let me see how I want to do this. So I've kept track of all of my Abyss runs, like who I used, how many units, how many revives, blah blah blah. I did that more so to, yeah, I want this one. More so I would know what to expect for subsequent paths. This is the one I want. There we go. Alright, and I'll need to make that a little bit bigger. Wait, what? Okay, there we go. So let's go to 100%. There we go. Okay. So, Mr. Panaz, are you able to see what I have on the screen easily? Or well? Dr. Doom is pretty good, Ian. That's gotta suck, Billy. Okay, so Luke Cage, obviously I failed hard on that. Aegon's fine for it. It was just I played terribly, and I didn't really. I think I knew to heavy intercept before going into it, but once I realized how to heavy intercept and actually to wait for the timer to tick down, then it made it much easier. So basically, what you would do is you'd wait for the "Fight Me, Coward" text to come up, because then he's going to be more aggressive. So once you see that, if you basically hold heavy, when he rushes you, you're going to counter him, so it will be an intercept. So then it will get the unblockable, undestructible off, or unblockable, unstoppable off of him. Yeah, so basically it was Void. So Void for me because I don't have Torch, I only had a 4-star. So Void, Aegon, Doom, Nick Fury, and I think, no, I didn't take Proxima. I wish I had, but unfortunately I needed Torch for the Deadpool fight. If I had the 5-star Torch, I wouldn't have taken Void, and then I could have had Proxima on the team. So yeah, so Void, Aegon, Doom, Torch for me, and Nick Fury. So if I had the option, there would have been no Void, there would have been a 5-star Torch and Proxima. So yeah, so I mean, you can see from the list there, the worst fights were Luke Cage, Iron Man Infinity War. I don't even remember why that was bad, because that's actually the whole thing is a pretty easy fight for Aegon. Korg, I didn't do well on because I was playing him wrong. I was trying to do Korg like you do most of the cosmic fights with Doom, but you don't need to play Korg that way. Like, you're not going to try to get the 2 Furies up before you use an L2. Green Goblin, why was that bad? Oh, that was that bad just because of his special 2. Sinister. I'm not sure how Sinister would be with Torch. And I think actually, I think the most recent time when I did Sinister, I think I ended up using Dr. Doom. I think he worked a lot better than than Void for me. So for everything I've done so far in Abyss, I've done all but Path 4. Doom has worked fine for me, but for Venom the Duck, Symbiote Supreme is much better, I've found. Let me give you a link. So I recorded a port. So the Venom the Duck, when you're using Symbiote Supreme, it's a very boring fight. It's just the same thing over and over and over. But I mean, it gets the job done. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, okay, here we go. So it's about a minute and a half, and the only reason I recorded it was just because it was so repetitive. So yeah, so on, you've obviously done Path 1, so you've fought Venom the Duck once. I think you only have to fight him one more time on Path 3, I think. I think you could probably take Venom the Duck for all of the cosmic fights, if you, or Symbiote Supreme, if you have Doom and Symbiote Supreme. But on the path where you have Venom the Duck, I would take both Doom and Symbiote Supreme. Yeah. All right, and back to knocking out some arenas. So I hope that helps somewhat, Mr. Panaz. When are you thinking to do your next path? So the basic four being Aegon, Nick, Torch, and Doom. 30,000 units. Whoa. What are you at currently? Yeah, I think I was around 22 when I started. So, because I had intended, like, I started just after the 4th of July, but I had saved 15,000 units for 4th of July, because I was intending to, okay, you're pretty close then, because I was intending to get the unit offer, and I figured I'd wait and see what the cash offers would be like and decide if I was going to get those. So the cash offers, I got the 3 Odins, but then the unit offers, the final one I just didn't, the one for 10,000 units, I just really didn't think it was worthwhile. So yeah, so I ended up with a lot of units left over after 4th of July. So, and then Path 5 was my most recent path, and that ended up costing me a lot more than I was anticipating. Basically what it came down to was I just messed up for the massacre fight. I got massacred. Oh, you got the vision, yeah. Yeah, I think if I maintain my unit amount that I have currently, I'll the next time Vision comes around, I think I'll pick them up. Did you upload the video yet, Melvin? Yeah, I'm online, but I only use Line for Alliance stuff. So are most of you guys doing Arena currently, or the Herald, or the Boss Rush? Did you end up getting the boss rush done, Melvin? Ah, there we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll probably do that when I'm watching TV. Auto fight through it. Once I finish the 6 stars, I'm gonna go auto fight something on here. Probably pick up that revive from 416, and then get back into arena after that. Melvin's being quite quiet today. Mr. Panaz, how did you find the Cyclops fight on the first path of Abyss? Did you like it? I didn't do very well with it, but I liked it. I thought it was neat how you had to pay attention to the different, like whether you had a block or whether you had evade. Yeah, that's quite a way to start. Dormammu's not too bad, so long as you don't have many buffs, he's not too bad. And as long as he's throwing his L1. Thing can be terrible. So Thing as the first fight in Abyss on path 1, I found that sucked. But later on, you fight him further in, and if you have Aegon built up, he's so easy. You still there, Billy? Billy D? So what's your favorite thing to cook? Not your favorite thing to eat, but your favorite thing to cook. Oh, what? Terrible. I'd already dexed it and yet I still get hit. Ugh. So, Mr. Panaz, so far, are you better than A-Rob? Yep. That's why I specified that. Because, yeah, if I said your favorite thing to eat, well... So, I mean, if you have kids, you might be cooking, you know, what they like, as opposed to what you like more often, right? Huh, that's interesting. So I think I'm on about the same time for this, but it feels a lot faster. But I think actually, like, time-wise, I'm on pace for what it normally would be like, but it just seems like time's going quicker. So Grim, I think there are models or suggestions that there's like as little as 3 or 4 continents. But I think that's when you're looking at the tectonic plates, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't Greenland larger than Australia? Like landmass wise? Although it's like less than 10% of Greenland that's inhabited or something? Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, that was my problem with Path 5, Mr. Panaz, was that I had a certain expectation, and the reality did not meet that expectation. And I got my ass handed to me. But I gotta say though, I was, because I've seen people ask, oh, how many units for this path, for that path, or whatever, and people will say, oh, you know, on average it's this or that. But I think, yeah, if you don't know, like if you haven't done it, it's hard to be prepared. So going in with more units than you expect is definitely a good idea. No, I don't. Yeah, so that's something too. Because there was something else, I don't remember what it was, where I think it was my niece and nephew. What they were saying about something was different than what I had learned, and I was kind of like, well, what the hell? I don't necessarily think that it's BS what you learned. I think that our understanding of things has evolved, and that's what it comes down to. So at the time when we were learning certain things, that was accurate. But as we've learned more, and our understandings of certain things are more in depth, that knowledge has evolved. Okay. So what kind of fish? Is it something you would get from the store or something you would catch? Yeah, so for my first pass, Mr. Pranaz, of this, I didn't change my masteries. I think, yeah, no, I didn't change them at all. I had them set, and that was every fight, including the collector. I used the same masteries. Then path 2, I changed them up a fair bit. Path 2 ended up being a little bit more expensive than I was anticipating. Not a lot more, but I think it was a big part due to the mastery changes. And I don't really know if it's worthwhile switching the masters all that much, to be honest. Because I was kind of switching, well, all I really switched was for Mystic Dispersion. And, and then every fight, or every path after the first one, I ended up going full offensive, full suicides for the collector. And I found that made a big difference. My first time against the collector, I didn't change suicides. That took me 17 revives, and then every other one was 12 or 15 revives, and then the most recent one was 21 revives, but I blame that on streaming it. Actually, it wasn't so much the streaming, it was because I had the cord connected to my computer so that I could stream, and that just, I have to put my hands in a different placement a little bit, and so that kind of messed me up. But I was glad I streamed it because it's something I can look back on and see. So the last time I have to fight him, I'll review that stream where it did take me the 21 revives and hopefully see where I could improve. Okay. So what you catch, Billy, would you use that all yourself, or would you sell or give any of it away? Or would that all just be for your own family's consumption? Malvina. What is shaking, Malvina? I know you're there. Prof off didn't use any units on his first path, but he had a ton of the free crystals, and he had a ton of items, revives, and potions. So yeah, as far as I know, he's the only person I've seen run any of Abyss unitless, not using any units. Although, to be fair, he also ran with the R2 Aegon and the R2 Dude, which for Path 1 are two of the champions you use most often. So it doesn't necessarily make the fights any easier, it makes them quicker. Okay. Well, it's not your only hobby. Right? MCOC is kind of a hobby. Although I would assume on a regular basis, fishing would probably be more expensive than MCOC. Like needing the equipment, the fuel, that kind of stuff. So would you go out on your own, or would you always have someone else with you, Billy? Okay. So then did you use any units for your first path, Mr. Panaz? Yeah, I think doing Abyss without using any units, that's pretty damn good. Good for you. That's pretty good, man. Yeah, I used a lot less than I was expecting. Because I think most people were suggesting 5,000 units on average per path. But now I had a bunch of items saved before I started, so. But I think my first path ended up being about 2,200 units. So, and then my last path was about close to 8,000. And I was expecting it to be 3,800. So I underestimated that big time. Yeah. Yeah, I think part of it too, Mr. Panaz, is how quickly you're trying to get it done. Like if you're trying to get it done quickly, you're gonna, your first two paths or your first path, use all of your saved items, and then you don't really get to build up that much more if you're trying to get it done quickly. But if you're looking at doing a path a month, you can probably get it done quite cheap. Yeah, I use the maple syrup and the poutine as well. Yeah, I mean that is why my first path was so cheap compared to what I was expecting. So Billy, I know you're in Ireland, but have you ever had haggis? Not have you cooked haggis, but have you ever eaten it? No, Grim, I'm not asking you. Oh, I don't know if I've fought Sorcerer pretty much. No, I didn't. Oh, yes, I did, because I said yeah. I spilled the beans. I spilled the beans. And I got hit by I'm Patriot. Spilling beans and getting hit by I'm Patriot. What paths do you take, Mr. Panaz? Dublin, Dublin. So when do you think you'll be all done with Abyss, Mr. Panaz? Okay. So you do pass 6 in section 1 and 2? Okay, so that's the 6 stars done. So let's do some auto fighting. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll do a couple of these Ultron matches for the incursion artifacts. You know, I'd like to go back to Ireland actually. Wow, that's actually kind of. Let's see what we have for mutant combat. Okay. Road to Labyrinth 2-1. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff to do currently. Yeah, I was thinking to do, so with the gold boost, Abyss Exploration gives you 5 million gold. And I was thinking with the 20% gold boost that we currently have that I would do the last path of Abyss this weekend and get an extra 1 million gold. And then I realized, well, I'd be better off using that time to do whatever else is currently available and stock up on a few more revives and potions, and then do that final path next week. I won't get the extra gold, but with everything else that's happening, I think missing out on an extra 1 million gold is okay. And then I'm going to open 2,000 premium hero crystal shards, or premium hero crystals. And then with the gold boost, the extra gold from that, and then selling the ISO, that should be pretty decent. So what's your preferred beverage, Billy? When I was in Dublin, we went on a tour of the Guinness factory, and I'm not a big drinker, but it was interesting, and I liked all the different samples at the end. Okay. Okay, so I was at 9, done it twice. That should be at 11. This will give me 12. Yeah, okay. I gotta laugh, man. Normally Melvin is so chatty, and now he said he was gonna do something. He didn't follow through. I don't see him in chat at all. I know he's here though. Oh boy. Okay, so that's about that for that. Yeah, 2 more. Okay. And I think I'll go and pick up the energy reef. Oh no. So 536 is really good if you're farming potions. No, I think he's not participating in chat because he knows I'm going to ask him about it, and he hasn't uploaded anything. Exactly. So 536, I'll do if the solo science combat is running, or if skill combat is running, or cosmic combat, because every class but science, their attack is reduced in half. So building up Aegon, halfway through you end up doing a ton of damage. Corvus does a ton of damage, and then science champs do their normal damage. So when that's not the case and I'm looking to farm something, I'll just do 416 because I can just auto fight it with whatever class. He did not. But I'm gonna send that to him in Discord. Well, he was supposed to take Arcus-on. I was supposed to take Arcus-on. It was a 2-star, but I told him I would do it after he did Arcus with a 3-star. But that's not the video he was gonna be posting. Oh wait, does this have 2 revives? No, just 1. Got my hopes up. Oh, I don't know if you were here earlier, Billy, when I was saying after I had to use some items yesterday for Arcus. After the stream, I did some other stuff, and then some Arena, and then I went back into Heralds, and I ended up using Sim Supreme for Arcus, and I found it so much easier. I think I was finishing at like 65% health at least. Because on stream what I was doing, I was using Doom up until Medusa, and then I was using Arcus, or not Arcus, I was using Sim Supreme for Annie and Nova, and then going between, and then whoever was left I was using for Arcus. And then I switched to basically using Doom for the entire path, and just using Sim Supreme for Arcus. And I think, because we're going to get more of those favors before it ends, and I'm not sure if we're going to get another Cosmic entry with enough time to use all of the favors that are left over, so I'll probably end up running it when Void is the boss. Because I think between Aegon and Nick Fury, I should be able to get Void down. If I didn't have Suicides on, it wouldn't really matter what skill champ I used, but with Suicides, I gotta be a bit picky. I had used Sim Supreme previously for it and found him okay, but then I started playing it differently because what I had been doing, I was attacking into him right away, and then what I started doing was waiting until basically I was playing him like I had been playing Annie and Nova, and once I started playing Arcus that way, it was much better. I think from now on, anytime I see Melvin in anybody's chat stream or stream chat, I'm gonna ask him about the video. Let me see. Wow, this Hulk is giving Sinister a rough time. Wow. There we go. There we go. Are the Dragon Man crystals out? Oh, I probably have to restart. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so he's in arenas. Nothing about... Yeah, okay. Oh, crap. I keep forgetting about the 7-hour crystals that are available. Oh dear. Let me go check on those too. Darn it. It's not like we get anything too substantial from that, so. Okay. Yeah, I will not be doing that. Okay, actually I'm going to finish off the 4-star shard arena. Yeah, because I don't have very much to do for that. Yeah, 50,000. Alright, so I'm going to do this, then probably get my 5 stars started in the 4-star feature, and then that will be that for today. Oh, I have another legendary. Yeah, I figure I should open that, or another legendary. Spin it out. It won't be as exciting as the Dragon Man crystal, but hey. Maybe I'll get another 5-star. I gotta say, I was kind of surprised getting Captain Marvel movie yesterday, even though she was already max sig, but still. Yep, just like I want to see a video uploaded from somebody. I had a feeling. Mentioning a legendary or any crystal opening probably was going to bring somebody out of the woodwork. Oh boy. Oh dear. I find her kind of boring because she's not like she does a lot of damage when you get her to her binary ignition or whatever it's called. She does a lot of damage. She's poison immune. She's got a good synergy with Nick. But so there was a while actually where I was using her, Nick, Ghost, Wasp, and and Ant-Man as my event questing team. I didn't use CMM much, but I would use her sometimes, and she got the job done. But I mean, I know there's people who'd really like her as a 6-star. I would probably take her to R2. I don't think I would take her to R3. If I took her to R3, she'd have to be awakened, so it would be more for prestige. I don't think I would do it for damage output so much. She can be pretty good in incursions, though. Thanks, Melvin. Thanks for your vote of confidence. So what percentage of the video is uploaded now, Melvin? About what? 15, 60%? Somewhere around there? Excellent. So what kind of time frame should I be expecting to view this video? Like 7 minutes or so? Oh, did you respond to my question in Discord? Let's see. No, you did not. All right then. 80 hours. Wow. Wow. Mr. Pernaz, I took 6-star Corvus Glaive to rank 3. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, he's done pretty well. It's funny, when I use him, I think that he's not doing that much more damage than the 5-star. But then when I use the 5-star, I'm like, okay, the 6-star does a lot more damage. Hey Melvin, where are you in the 5-star Shard Arena? Oh, did you guys see the info for the side quest next month? Where they did it in like pirate speak or whatever? To be honest, I read the thing, but because of the way it was written, like I had no idea what it said. I saw the rewards at the end, or the potential rewards. That looks nice, but what is actually entailed in getting those rewards, I have no idea. Although I think it was 28 paths per quest or something. No energy cost, so that's good. And then next week is the Omega Boss Rush. That should be good. And the rewards for that are pretty epic. Oh, although I think it's like 30 or 31 fights. So, all right, the 4 stars are done. The 4-star shards. Okay, so I'm gonna get started with the 4-star featured arena, and then we will be done for the day. Still at 550. Oh my. Oh, you still got 3 days though. Let me see if I still have any low 5 stars to go through. Go away. Yeah, okay. The 8th. So on the 8th of September, whatever changes are supposed to happen will be in effect. So on the 5th, from the 5th, so the 5th, 6th, and 7th, you won't be able to play incursions. And then on the 8th, you will be able to, the changes to how they work and to the Sector 8 will be there. And then the update to the incursion store will be live. No, the legendary comment was just to get you out of the shadows, Melvin, and it worked. It's like when Billy goes fishing. He uses bait. That's what I used. Oh wait, are you going to accuse me of lying or not telling the truth? Yeah, sure. You know, it's kind of like somebody saying they're going to upload a video and then not doing so. Kind of the same. Oh, wait, the video is in the process of uploading? Okay. Alright, fair enough. Then just wait at the end of the stream for the legendary opening. Just wait for it. I think it will probably go into the spinner roughly around the same time that your video gets to about 95%. Yeah, this is probably longer than just using 4 stars actually. Boy. Wait, do I use? I don't even know if I use him for anything. A 6-hour stream. My goodness, dude. That's a long time sitting in one place. Speaking of which, I should... No. We've only got 15 minutes. I can withstand 15 minutes. Okay. So are you still intending to stream next week, Melvin? Oh, Melvin, how do you feel? There's no Lakers bodyguard stream today. Are you okay? Oh, man. Okay, so there we go. Coolio. Is it going to be a stream kind of like your video upload? You don't miss Lakers? Aw, Melvin. I'm sure he misses you. Oh, you know what I'm going to start doing? Yeah. For the last 5 to 10 minutes of my streams, I'm just going to go make sure I've addressed everything in chat. Or the most recent comments in chat. That's what I'm going to start doing. Yeah. And then Melvin will probably QQ. Oh, you're talking too much. Boy, I can't wait for your stream next week, Melvin. I am going to be there for all 6 hours. So one of the people I hang out with in Discord, we play StarCraft mainly and just shoot the shit. He posted a picture the other day of he'd made tacos, and it's not something I make, but I was shopping the other day and I saw taco chips, and I saw cheese, and I saw sour cream, and I was like, okay. I saw his picture. It needs to be recreated. So, oh, you're gonna do it tonight. Oh boy. Oh, what happened there? Yeah, you should probably build up your artifacts as much as you can before the incursions change, Melvin, because then when the new items... actually, no, I guess there's no new items. The only thing that's going to be new is the 6-star shards, and then you'll be able to buy more than one 5-star incursion crystal, a cycle. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Yeah, he kind of does, Mr. Pernaz. Yeah. Have you seen that meme of Lewis explaining to the Ant-Man, the guy who's Ant-Man, about how 2020 has been? It's a several series of pictures, but it's pretty funny. Yep, they sure do, Billy. Yep, that inspired me. And then I made some last night. They didn't look anything like that, but they still were, they were tasty. And then I had some chicken frozen for later on to cook, but I put it out to defrost. I'm gonna fry that up and do some more nachos, but with some of the chicken chunks. Well, did you end up making a post about looking for a new alliance, Melvin? Yeah, Mr. Pernaz, I try not to take 5 stars beyond R3 now, actually. Welcome back, Grim. So you probably missed the part where I said I think I'm going to start the last 5 or 10 minutes of a stream. Just going through chat and reading what people have said and trying to answer anything, not that I'm being asked much, answering anything that was asked in the last little bit. So the last 5-10 minutes of the streams won't be any particular gameplay. Oh, very good. So is it an alliance you figure is more suited to what you're looking to do than what you were in previously, Melvin? Yeah, I take all my 5 stars to at least rank 3, Mr. Pernaz, for Arena. And I've been having to rank 5 stars that I don't want to, just because I have too many rank resources. Although I did take Claire to rank 5 the other day. I don't have her maxed out yet, but I took her to rank 5, and I'm quite looking forward to using her. Okay, good for you, Melvin. Well, maybe you can find a incursions partner from there. Which incursions do you normally run, Melvin? Sector 6? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be like with Sector 8, because that's going to allow you to get, well, yeah, that's going to allow you to get a ton of artifacts, but I guess if you're going to be able to get 2 of the same incursion crystals and the 6, yeah, so in a sense it's more places to spend the artifacts, so. Yeah, well, that's pretty good. I think I was around 23 6 stars before I even had one good one, and it was Cap Infinity War, who's not duped. So he's good. He's way better duped. Although I took him to rank 2, but I mainly took him to rank 2 because I didn't want to mess around with the dash in, dash out with the champion. And with Captain Infinity War, you can basically, when you get to the last 10%, you can pretty much just block the specials and then dash out at the last second. And that's what I ended up doing for the most part with him. So I took him to R2 basically just for the champion fight, and it paid off, so. Yeah. So this will be the last fight, and then my muddling through the arenas will be done. And I'll bring up my my roster, my 6-star roster, and I'll show you how sad it was until actually quite recently. I think so. I got Captain Infinity War, Captain America Infinity War. Then I think the next good one I pulled was either Venom or Iron Man Infinity War. Iron Man Infinity War, good defense-wise. He's actually not bad offensively either. There's a path in 6.4 that if you have Stealth Spidey and you pair him with Iron Man Infinity War, it's quite good actually. It makes that path quite easy. Yeah, I'm definitely not one of those. I don't have any other 6 stars. Well, I'll show you the 6-star roster in a second. I don't have any other 6 stars though that I currently would consider taking to R3. And none that I really want to take to R2. I will be just to use the resources. Yeah, but I'm hoping to get Warlock from the Abyss Crystal. And that would give me somebody else to take to R3. Mr. PC, how you doing? Okay. Alright, so we've achieved the streak, the win streak. And let's have a look at the 6-star roster. And so I'm just going through, making sure I haven't missed anything in the last little bit of chat. Picture bear, can't do incursions. Yep. Already found an alliance. Good on my 5. Sector 6. Alright, good. Yeah, so Captain America Infinity War. That was my first good 6-star. He's still not duped. And then my very first 6-star was Sentry. And the first 2 6-stars I opened were from featured ones. And the first one was Sentry. And the next one was... And don't forget, this is from featured 6-stars. Was Mordo. Oh, goodness. So after that, no more featured 6-stars. I'm actually liking the Black Widow Deadly Origin. I only use her for arenas, but I could see using her in other areas. Like her shocks, when they stack up, they are doing a lot of damage. It's hard to find somebody for incursions because most people that are going to do them regularly and in a serious fashion already have a partner, and people don't want to go with somebody that they haven't already run it with, or with randoms. So that's why it's hard to find somebody to do them with. Even people in my alliance, like, as far as I know, there's only myself and my incursion partner who are consistent. Other than that, the people in my alliance, like, it's always somebody looking, and I don't think it's the same people running it all the time. But yeah, if you can find the same person who's reliable and you know, wants to do them, that's definitely the way to go. Yeah, so who do I have as R2s? I have Stealthy at R2, Gladiator, Hulk, Electro, Iron Man Infinity War, Hulkbuster, Captain America Infinity War, and Venom at R2. I might take Korg to R2, but I have a 5-star Korg maxed out, so I'm not in any rush. Yeah, so for the 6 stars to R2, I mainly want ones that I could see using offensively and defensively. So if I don't see the use in both areas, I'm less likely to take them to R2. Nova, maybe. I actually quite like using Nova in arenas. All right, and well, that brings us to the conclusion of our latest session of arenas. So yeah. Yeah. Outside of Abyss, I think I would agree. But because of Abyss, I would put Aegon ahead of Nick Fury. But if Abyss is not a consideration, then probably Nick Fury. Alright guys, thanks for coming and hanging out and keeping me company. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.